Hey, welcome to the Fantasy Sports Fodcast.
Yeah,
That's what we're calling it now. You can find us on Twitter at we're the Ganja Gamers, and then on YouTube we're just Ganja Gamers.
I guess you had to change because we're not gonna just do football.
Yeah,
Even
we're
though
gonna
we
do
are
other
right now,
stuff. Right now we're doing week 13 football.
Yeah, week 13. So this is the last week before the playoffs start, right?
Josh Gordon returned from suspension.
Well, yeah, right.
I guess that's the name of this episode.
I don't know if you can really start him.
Would you say that's the name of this episode? I guess that's the biggest news of the week.
Well, that and Antonio Brown might not play. That's pretty big news for a lot of people, probably.
Antonio Brown might not play. That is big news. That's number.
Yeah, hopefully we're going against him.
Number 2, number 3 pick overall in the draft. When it happened?
I don't know. It's probably like David Johnson and then Le'Veon Bell and then
Probably
Ezekiel Elliott and then Antonio Brown. So 4.
4 or 5.
Well, and then
Odell Beckham was around there. I remember.
Julio Jones
Was up there.
Mike Evans.
Freeman was up there.
I don't know if he was that high.
I think
Sean
he was.
McCoy, I guess.
Freeman was in the top 10.
Looking back now, that might have been a little too early.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of always how it ends up going. But
He got hurt, though. Oh, yeah, shit. That's
football.
another one. Devonta Freeman's going to come back.
Devonta Freeman's going to be back, too.
He missed the last, 3 weeks or 2 weeks or something.
Who's the bigger deal? Josh Gordon coming back or Freeman coming back?
Freeman.
I'd say so, too. Freeman's like...
Josh Gordon's not even... I don't know if you could start
you never
him.
know what he actually will be when he comes back.
Well, the Browns suck. Jameis Winston's returning after, I think, missing, 4 games or some shit.
Tampa Bay quarterback. James
Amari
Winston.
Cooper's out because of a concussion and, ankle shit. And then Michael Crabtree got suspended for fighting with,
I saw that fight, too. It was, so,
I forget who it was with. Talib or some shit?
Yeah, it was with Keith Talib, and it was so I wish it was a bigger fight. It's funny people are acting like it's a big deal. It's such a little bitch fight. The issues.
I think one guy had a helmet on, the other did, which is always stupid. Yeah. One guy's punching a helmet, probably break his fucking hand or some shit.
But even the punch that the one dude threw out looked almost staged. It looked like staged fighting from a play. It was pretty bad.
I didn't see it.
If he did connect with that hit, I don't think it really would have been much more than a slap, kind of thing.
Doug Martin's not playing, so I guess Chris Rogers is he had, or maybe that Peyton Barber guy. I don't know. I would kind of stay away from that situation if I could.
What do you think about Doug Martin being a free agent next year?
I hope the Giants don't waste any money getting him. I don't know if he's worth it. He's getting old now and looks like he's old.
I wonder where he'll go. I don't think the Giants will do anything with a running back like that. I think the Giants
I'm
have
hearing bad news now
backs.
that McAdoo might get fired this week, but Reese might not get fired at all.
That's really weird.
I don't know what this guy did to have such a fucking
unless it's just such a
job there.
Unless the organization with Mara and Tish or whatever are thinking, maybe they're thinking let's just not rock the boat too much. But I think it's pretty obvious to fire Reese.
I don't know. Jerry Reese is like the Samuel Jackson character in Django.
Well, yeah, exactly. But he kind of is.
He must be really sucking up.
But he has a really terrible pick in Flowers, so that's kind of undeniable.
Really missed out on other shit, and then trading away Linval Joseph and having now to pay for Harrison.
Yeah, when you lose,
you got rid of a better guy to bring in an older, worse guy for more money. It's retarded.
Yeah, he had to do that too, which is not good. Not good when you have to do a move like that. And yeah, Linval Joseph.
Jenkins, they let go of him now, and they reached for Tomlinson on an early pick when they could have signed a lineman.
Thompson seems like he's working, but
you could put anybody in there.
Yeah, I think just honestly getting late round defensive tackles isn't that hard to come by. So it's
not for them. I mean, look at every time they've gotten good ones. It's not early round shit.
No, yeah, he's had good picks. It's undeniable.
No, I don't know if those are him. I think those are more just the coaching staff and player development stuff.
Well, yeah, like getting these players and making them what they are. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's not even just
Reese
the picks. Maybe it's just the coach. But
I think Reese just got lucky.
Linval Joseph's a big example of to showing you he's not a good GM, because it's how do you let a guy go who he really was, and then
Joseph
almost
was good on the Giants.
To tell you the truth, almost coaching and GM almost is at fault, because again gonna go into Coughlin and then probably Vince Bagnello at the time then, but the fact that they kind of didn't really use Linval Joseph enough to know kind of what he is, and then that's kind of why they didn't feel like they signed him, but it's stupid because it's like, this is a guy who goes to the Vikings in the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean?
Another one was letting Martellus Bennett go and then have to sign everything.
Well, I keep hearing that Martellus Bennett is really troublesome in the locker room, and it seems to be the case because he goes from team to team.
Like, put up numbers. I don't care if he's calling everybody out.
I think coaches care.
What did he? All he did was say that Jay Cutler sucks. You should argue that.
I think he's just, I don't know, maybe it's other things too, but, Patriots make sense for him being happy because then it's like there's nothing really to complain about, on the team.
All right, well, where was I? Ty Montgomery got placed on IR. He's done for the year.
From the Packers.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the running back for the Packers.
Yep.
I mean, people should know that listening to me.
Yeah, I know. You
Aaron Jones is coming back. He's the other running back for the Packers, and they're like...
Now, he might return, or is he going to return?
I don't know. It's like, questionable.
Because they're doing this only, like, a little bit before the games.
Well, yeah, that's why you gotta watch up until it starts, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's why if you got, like, an 8 o'clock game and some assholes on that, and all the 1s and 4s already played, you kind of fucked.
Exactly. And we got some assholes, for sure.
That's why these Thursday night games suck, too.
Yeah, and it makes it, like, very hard for the, like, really just have to do everything on fucking Wednesday and Thursday, and that's, like... Especially, like, when you add and drop, it's like, everything has to be done then. It's kind of lame.
So if you're thinking about playing Jamal Williams, this kind of models that situation up for him, because he's really not that great, it's just the volume.
Yeah, he's the main guy there right now.
Will Fuller on the Texans is not going to play, so I guess Bruce Ellington, I don't really have to play him. He's I hope you're not having to play
What's his name?
Bruce Ellington.
Bruce Ellington?
Yeah.
Is he related to Andre Ellington?
Oh, maybe.
They're all related, right?
Yeah, they're all look alike. Chris Hogan's still out. I mean, that guy's been out for like 5 weeks now.
And he's related to Hulk Hogan, I'm pretty sure, right? Going back to related people.
Right. Yeah, they all look alike.
He has that Hulk Hogan estate money.
Calvin Benjamin's not gonna play. He's been out for like the last 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. So I guess Zay Jones, if you really want to fucking just bother trying to figure out that situation on the Bills.
Zay Jones, huh?
He sucks. David Williams is out, so Kenyon Drake is worth playing as like a RB2, I guess, or like a flex or some shit. But the Dolphins, it's hard to trust that offense.
Yeah, and especially their run game now. Nothing going with passing, so the running's not going anywhere either.
Robert Woods on the Rams is not going to play again, so Cooper Kupp, I guess, and Sammy Watkins, who's a little bit more volatile of a start. I don't know. He just either has like 1 point or 15. There's no like middle ground for that guy.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson is not going to play, so hopefully you don't have to start him.
He's going to be at home.
As fuck.
He's going to be at home hitting his kids or something, I think.
Yeah, one of his 8 kids. Yeah. Oh, that's Camardi. Like, I got a TV show now just because he's like...
I think it's a popular TV show now, too, which is funny.
He's got like 15 kids that he can't remember the names of.
Well, now he's got to for the show. He's doing like a Tool Time type show, right?
I haven't watched it.
It's some kind of home improvement thing, I think. I'm not even joking. I think it really is. What's that?
Tim Allen only had 3 kids.
Yeah, but this is like if Tim Allen had 16 kids. So I think that's the premise of the show.
It's funny in Home Improvement, and like all his kids had really long rat tails, and when they went out, he had to tie them all together so they don't get lost.
So we're getting close to the holiday time, and speaking of Tim Allen, so what's your favorite Santa Claus movie out of the trilogy? Obviously the best trilogy there is the Santa Claus trilogy. Which one would you have to pick as your favorite?
Probably the one with Michael Keaton, where he's the snowman.
There is actually a Santa Claus movie that happens?
I'm just trying to think of Christmas movies.
No. I'm talking about Tim Allen, the Santa Claus. The trilogy.
Michael Keaton's not in that?
No, Michael Keaton, I don't believe, is in the trilogy with Tim Allen's. I'm
not familiar with those movies. I think they're pretty terrible.
Alright, so we'll mark you down as the first one.
Alright, before I forget, just...
Tim Allen, Santa Claus 1.
Just, if he's still available, add Aaron Rodgers, because he's coming back week 15.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask if Tim Allen is still available, because I'm sure he is. He doesn't seem like he does anything anymore.
I'm trying to, like, move on from that right now. Alright, let's go to the ad drops before I bring something else up. I'm going on like a 10-minute tangent. Sam Roberts, Cordell Patterson, because there's no Cooper Crabtree.
Yeah, I have Cordell Patterson. You think he's a must start, or do you think he's like
No, not must start.
like if like what like how you hear
if you need a wide receiver 3 because you have injuries or something.
That's what I was gonna ask. Flexer wide receiver 3. You think he's that kind of guy?
Barely
a flex.
Yeah, he's just worth mentioning because you don't know how deep elite people are. They might need it.
Yeah, if someone needs it, then there you go.
Like I said earlier, Doug Martin's not gonna play, so I think Jaquiz Rogers is the ad over Barber.
Jaquiz Rogers, I think, has done decent too when he's come in.
Yeah, he looked okay. It's just he's so brittle. He's like Danny Woodhead or some shit.
Peyton Barber. Is he related to Ronde or Tiki?
Maybe.
He could be.
I don't know what he looks like. Is he white?
I don't know.
Peyton sounds like a white guy.
It could, but I don't know. You never
Peyton
know.
Hillis, Peyton Manning, Peyton.
Let me pull up Peyton Barber. See what he looks like.
Sean Payton.
Peyton Barber is
He's pretty dark.
he's African American.
He's the opposite of what I was thinking of.
And he does not seem to be related to the other Barbers.
Right. Yeah.
TK and or Tiki and Ronde.
If people are out there still stashing David Johnson, I just think you should let it go. I don't know if he's coming back.
Peyton Barber, by the way, this might help with sit start. He is known to have dyslexia and he's ADHD. So I don't know if that hurts.
That might be hard if he's trying to learn a playbook.
Exactly. So you actually honestly have to take that into account with a guy like that. Maybe he's like too autistic or like Asperger's to handle the.
I don't know. They never stopped Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I guess so. Ben
He's
Roethlisberger
one of the biggest retards in the league.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, he's like Shrek. It's like
Shrek Hawk, yeah. That's what the woman who filed that lawsuit called him in the case.
He's like Shrek also because like Shrek always wins in the end and like kind of like
saves
the day.
I thought it was because Roethlisberger's penis is green.
Is that what they said in the police report?
That's what she said, yeah.
That's what I was wondering. That could be.
Oh, and Kerwin Williams, I guess, is the ad. If Adrian Peterson's not going to play, I would stay away from that situation, though.
Favorite out of the Shrek series, what's your favorite there?
I don't know those movies.
All right,
you keep asking me about movies.
Mark you down for the
terrible
Puss in
movies.
Boots one. All right, go down. Nice.
They made a whole other movie with that character.
They had a second. Yeah, it was like a spin-off movie.
Wow. I didn't think there was enough of a storyline to give a Puss in Boots movie.
You obviously aren't familiar with the series, but there's definitely a they also have a good soundtrack.
No, I'm not familiar with like these shitty kids franchises you keep bringing up.
Well, you're familiar with the All Star by Smash Mouth
from the Mystery Man movie.
Well, it's also in Shrek.
Oh,
It's also made famous in Shrek. More made famous in Shrek than some shitty movie with Ben Stiller and Kel from Kenan and Kel.
Yeah, his power is like he can get. He's invisible, but he has to be naked or something.
Also, Kiss of Death. You got Janine Garofalo on that.
Yeah, he's terrible. Okay, for drops, Eli Manning.
More Kiss of Death.
Eli Manning got benched for Geno Smith.
But some weird stuff with this now.
Geno Smith.
Because it's weird hearing that there might be a McAdoo firing today. So then, does Eli go in next week? But probably not.
McAdoo should have been fired. I don't know why he hasn't already. He's
Eli Manning,
terrible.
career tarnished, over. Might retire. Probably
his legacy is tarnished.
Legacy is tarnished.
It's like he was never there.
Shows you there's no foresight on the Giants that they couldn't see to do something like this at the deadline. This is something. If you had this idea that you might do this with Eli, like sit him, like why not trade him at the deadline when there's teams that could have used him like right around then?
Because Jerry Reese is a fucking idiot.
Yep. Well, it just shows you that
he doesn't have the vision or like he could never pull off like trading back in the draft.
It shows you again another reason to fire this GM.
Like think about how many times the Patriots trade back from the first round to the second just to get more picks.
They do great
and
with
they
it.
hit.
A lot of other teams do really go well with it. It doesn't seem like the Giants or other teams, even other teams besides the Giants, do this like the same way.
Every year the Patriots get late
well
round picks and they just trade their first round picks back to get more picks.
They're
Because they know
excellent
it's like, why reach for people we think we can get in the second when I don't know. I'm sure they'll reach on a quarterback or some bullshit pick like fucking what's that guy's name?
Well, it also seems like in the first
Lamar
round,
Jackson or some shit.
in the first round, you can get a good player almost anywhere in the draft. So it's funny how like sometimes even like these teams that are going later get great picks.
Yeah, you don't have to get people in the first. There's so many busts in the first round.
No, but even early and late.
It's more about getting more picks.
Exactly.
Like that. Let's see. David Williams, I guess you could just cut him. I wasn't really trying to start him, but anyway.
Miami's David Williams.
Yeah, the Dolphins running back. And then Cameron Brate on the Buccaneers, since Fitzpatrick came back, has been
going
terrible.
with Howard, right?
Maybe Winston helps out his value, but right now I'm just not even playing him. You can drop him.
Don't you think O.J. Howard is the main guy there?
Guess so. I don't know if I really want to fuck with either one of them, though.
David Johnson is gone for the year, right?
Yeah, we just said that.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's not there. Yeah, I guess that's Bruce Arians saying doesn't want to even play him.
No, it's just he's injured.
Why risk it, right?
Well, yeah, they're not doing anything.
I mean, it is wrist injury, so it's like you really could kind of give him something to play with that, play through it, right?
Let's do the defensive plays of the week.
The
first one would be the Titans' defense against the Texans. I mean, Tom Savage. I don't really have to get into a whole lot more detail than that.
Yeah, he's not too good, eh?
I don't know. He had a good week last time, but I'll bet against him more than not. He's probably trash. The Raiders' defense against the Giants, now that Geno Smith is starting.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is one of the worst quarterbacks like ever.
Yeah, it really is.
Him and Blake Gabbert, I can't believe they're both fucking starters right now.
Yeah, that's pretty pathetic for both those teams, actually.
Think about some of the quarterbacks starting right now. C.J. Beathard. What's that guy? The fuck? I can't even bring up these people because I can't remember their names.
The Giants now join an unfortunate list of
Geno Smith and the Giants, Deshaun Kaiser and the Browns.
No, yeah, this is an unfortunate.
Case Keenum looks good compared to these fucking people.
It's an unfortunate list of quarterbacks that are worse than Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not good either.
No, but still worse than these guys.
The only reason he ever got to the Super Bowl is because the Niners' defense was really good, and Frank Gore was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of Kaepernick. He was just there not to fuck up. The Bears' defense against the 49ers, like I said, T.J. Beathard. Oh, no, it's Jimmy Garoppolo now.
He's finally gotten the start.
Fuck it. Jimmy Garoppolo isn't shit either.
No, I'm sure he won't be.
And the Bears' defense isn't that bad, even though they lost Floyd.
Jimmy Garoppolo's the next Matt Castle.
Who the Giants could have gotten. They botched that one. Also, that Brendan Sheriff guy, remember? They were going to draft him, that lineman. He's a...
Brendan Fraser?
Brandon Sheriff on the Redskins.
Yeah, okay.
He's a... All-Pro, Pro Bowler, whatever the fuck now. And they missed out on Zach Barton. He's a Pro Bowler. They missed out on Lionel Collins. They could have gotten him. He's a Pro Bowler. They just didn't hit on a single lineman. Tampa Bay's defense, I mean, I guess you can play them against the Packers. That's a little sketchy, though, but... Brett Hundley sucks.
You think Brandon Fraser is a Chargers fan now that they've moved out there to LA? Going back to Brandon Fraser.
I haven't thought about Brandon Fraser. I don't think anyone has.
Do you think he helps or hurts the fan base?
I think he hurts anything he's attached to. I don't think anyone's really fucking with him anymore.
Anyone's thought of him in years, except for right now.
I mean, they made that new Mummy movie. He didn't bother to even put him in it.
He's better than I think he is. His movie's better than the Tom Cruise one, though.
I didn't see this.
I assume. Yeah.
I can't stomach any more superhero shit off vomit.
Is that a superhero thing, the Mummy?
Yeah, that's all the same shit.
That's a superhero, the Mummy.
Pretty much.
He's like a supervillain, I guess.
Well, who's the superhero in it? Tom Cruise. He's a superhero.
Guess Tom Cruise. I guess Tom Cruise is always a superhero.
He's got that Scientology power.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be like Superman or Spider-Man. He's got
that super science strength or whatever.
Yeah, he's the Scientology strength.
Well, because he's like level 8, right?
He's got psychic strength.
He's almost level 10.
Do you think
he's got to pay a little bit more money to reach 10?
So do you think he's a Chargers or a Rams fan? Tom Cruise.
I'll tell you one thing, he's not a Katie Holmes fan.
No.
I don't think so.
I bet
he killed her career.
I bet she's a Rams fan.
I wonder if she's dead.
No, she's in stuff. Now. It's funny, you see her now a little bit, and she doesn't look the same. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, she doesn't look the same.
She lost her...
should we do the rankings or the I think we should do the rankings before the like either or starts.
Do that. She's still a beauty. She's up there with Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, right. That wet fucking towel rack.
Yeah.
All right. So the top 10 quarterbacks for this week. Number 1. I mean, it's not that surprising. Tom Brady versus Buffalo.
The cheater.
At Buffalo.
And if he cheats, he'll...
Yeah, the cheater.
If he figures out how to cheat more, you got a good chance of crushing it this week. And he's gonna cheat, but we just don't know how much.
The Patriots always find a way to get away with like some weird shit, inflating. All right, Russell Wilson versus the Eagles.
Deny and subvert, right?
What?
Deny and subvert. That's what Brady did about all the cheating allegations.
Oh. I don't remember.
But yeah, Russell Wilson's been a great pick this year, all year.
Yeah. Well, he's a little slow in the beginning, but...
I predict the Seahawks win today.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty biased decision, because everyone knows you're a giant fan, Eagle hater.
Yeah, I hate the Eagles.
Well, then you like my list, because...
Yeah, I think you're predicting them here, too, don't you? You're putting them high.
Alright, where was I? Drew Brees versus,
New England.
Carolina. Drew Brees is on New England.
So on this list, you have Drew Brees versus New Orleans.
Well, you didn't have to put me on blast like that.
I'm putting you on blast like that.
Because I got Cam Newton right under it, and I had a typo.
I see it now.
Off, bro.
I see it. Well, it's...
Cam Newton, number 4 at New Orleans. I got it twice.
I see it now.
Yeah, whatever. Alright. Thanks for that. Carson Wentz, number 5 at Seattle. Seattle's defense is not as good as it was, but I just think Carson Wentz is going to regress a little bit.
Yeah, I think even lower, maybe even down the list.
This one's a little sketchy. The list gets sketchy from here. Phil Rivers versus the Browns.
He's got a good matchup.
I know, it's just like the Chargers could end up running the ball early, Rivers could not get his production in that game because it could be so one-sided.
They're kind of a passing team, though, more than a running team. Even though they do, Melvin
They
Gordon does everything.
They Austin Eckler now, too. So,
yeah, but he's a passing running back.
Still is.
I guess they're running that short game kind of thing.
He can run it, too.
They're going to be doing the short game all day, where it's going to be passing it to Melvin Gordon, passing it to him, doing a little run game, doing some small passes. It's the Chargers.
Let's see. I kind of want to flip this now that I'm looking at it. I'm going to go Ryan, 7, instead of Mariota.
Put him up.
Ryan's got a hard matchup against the Vikings, but he's at home, and Mariota's look like shit.
Yeah, he's not been good the past couple weeks, but maybe he's ready to have a good day.
Yeah, I keep saying that every week he's due, but...
Never know. Hey, you never know what people when we're saying they're due.
I don't think his receivers are really that great.
Sometimes when we say that these players are due, it means they're due in 2 weeks kind of thing. Like, it might not be that week, it could be the week after. But they are due.
Right. That's some great logic. Jared Goff at 9 versus the Cardinals defense. The Cardinals defense isn't really that great.
Yeah.
They got Patrick Peterson. That's one fucking guy. You just throw away from him. And then Josh McCown wrapping up the top 10. Yeah, wow, great. Josh McCown. It's the Chiefs defense who just kind of look like shit now. I thought they were good. They're not really that great.
Yeah, the Chiefs...
they lost Eric Berry and everything kind of slowly unraveled.
Especially watching against the Giants, they kind of barely beat them.
Yeah, if you can make the Giants look somewhat decent, then you're pretty garbage. I definitely drink this. Nice.
Yeah, there's some beer there. Early on.
Oh, it's so warm. But
it's gross, probably.
Yeah, it's really disgusting. But
it's the king of beers, though. How was Budweiser 6 hours later?
Ugh. Really bitter.
Musty, kind of. All right, moving on to running backs.
Yeah, you could do the first couple if you want. They're pretty easy.
Le'Veon Bell versus Cincinnati.
I mean, that's a pretty obvious one.
Cincinnati's been terrible. Le'Veon Bell's been good all
year. I don't
know.
Cincinnati's not like the worst defense, but
they're pretty bad.
It's Le'Veon Bell. I mean, I don't think. Oh, especially if Antonio Brown doesn't play, this motherfucker could get 80 points.
Todd Gurley at Arizona for the Rams.
Yeah, Todd Gurley's just you gotta put him in the top 3 every single week. Every week, even if he doesn't get a touchdown, he's getting 100 total yards, combined. They made him a receiver now.
Well, I think after Mike Fisher, I think a big part of their plan for coaching was let's just make him kind of the highlight of
Mike Fisher?
Yeah, he was the Rams coach last year.
Well, Jeff Fisher was.
Mike
Fisher was probably playing chess somewhere. Yeah. Oh, that's Bobby Fisher.
No, that's Bobby Fisher. Mike Fisher was playing. Mike Fisher was playing hockey for the Ottawa Senators.
It's James Fisher.
So yeah, James Fisher was somewhere else. But
all right, Fournette. He's still battling this ankle injury shit, but this is such a good matchup. The Colts, I mean, the Jaguars could just blow the fucking shit out of him in the first half and run the rest of the game.
Did they ever find Bobby Fischer?
Didn't he kill himself?
Yeah, I think he killed himself in Russia or something. Or did he self-implode or something? It was something like internal, like spontaneous combustion.
I don't know much about chess.
Yeah.
Alright, this is where I'm going a little off, like, everyone else's list and shit, but if you want to talk about fucking do, Kareem Hunt's fucking do.
And you don't think this is a bias because you own him? I own him too, so...
It might be, but...
it's not that he's...
I don't know. I think
do you think he's due
he
more
hasn't
this...
scored in like 8 fucking weeks.
What do you think about the Jets' run defense, though?
It's good.
It's
Leonard
pretty good.
Williams is good.
It's pretty good. And
Muhammad Wilkerson's good.
It's pretty good, and the teams that have played the Chiefs recently have kind of handled him, but hopefully he will get something.
Well, another reason why I think this is a good play is Charkandrick West is not going to play.
Yeah, and it seemed like they were going to him a lot at the end of last week's game.
Because Charkandrick West is a better blocker, so they have him on the passing down. Which is so stupid. I'm so tired of that shit.
No, I think he is just...
I don't give a fuck about blocking, but put the better talent in
I think it was a little bit of a punishment since he wasn't doing too well, Hunt, so...
It's like this whole John Fox playing Benny Cunningham over Tariq Cohen because Tariq Cohen can't block. It's fucking dumb.
Well, John Fox is probably not going to have a job
hopefully, yeah.
next year in Chicago.
Fucking fired. I hope they just take him out in the back and shoot him in the head and turn him into, like, glue. Like
Chicago's a winner city now.
Like he's an old racehorse with a broken leg.
Chicago has the Cubs. They're winners now. They can't have this shitty-ass Bears looking like this.
Okay, where was it? Shit. Alright, we did Hunt. Kamara
You actually have Hunt above Kamara, huh?
I don't know. I think Kamara is
You switch those in and out.
I just think Kamara is due to regress a little this week, and Hunt's due for production. So
it's a good team he's facing. Good defense.
The Panthers, yeah.
Yeah, so it's...
I wasn't sure how to put the Saints in this, so I got Kamara and then Ingram 5 and 6, and then I got LaShawn McCoy versus the Patriots. Patriots defense looked shitty early on in the year, but they've gotten better lately. And then this might be a little bit of a bias pick, Homer pick, but McCaffrey versus the Saints. The Saints have gotten a little better on defense, but
hey, if we're talking PPR, definitely I feel like, and we are talking PPR.
Yeah, we're doing 0.5 PPR.
Oh, 0.5, 1 point, whatever you want to do. The scale of PPR.
It's 0.5. If it's full, I gotta change all the rankings.
Does it really matter? It would change.
Yeah.
Would they change really? Because it's just scaled up by a half point.
Yeah, I can give you an example. I would put.
How would that change? It's this half point scale. Doesn't make any sense.
I would put Kamara ahead of Fournette probably if they were full PPR, because more production comes from catching the ball for Kamara than it does for those other two, in Fournette and Hunt. Like the touchdown likelihood of a touchdown makes the floor higher for non-PPR players. Alright, so Deion Lewis at number 9 against the Buffalo Bills. Gillislee's been getting healthy scratches, so it's Burkhead, James White, and Lewis now, and Lewis looks like the best one for goal line touchdown looks.
So Lewis is the main guy this week.
Number 10, Carlos Hyde versus the Bears. I just think he's pretty safe. Just whether the Niners are up in a game or losing,
he's good.
He'll still get thrown to if they're down. Alright, this is kind of hard to do now with Antonio Brown questionable, but
you would have had Brown
for the
first.
Receivers. Yeah, I had Antonio Brown at 1, but I think maybe you have to bump him down to like 5 or 6 if he's not going to play.
I think you maybe want to even put Evans more up at the top.
Right. So then I'm going to go AJ Green at 2.
You really think AJ Green? No.
I don't think he's due. It's just Dalton fucking sucks.
And then Hopkins you're putting up there high, but I'm not sure if Hopkins has got the quarterback for it.
Why? He's been putting up numbers.
I guess Savage is okay with it, yeah.
It's just volume.
It's just volume, right. It's
Hopkins is going to get like 15 targets.
And I think that's been another game plan of theirs to really kind of get to him, obviously.
Will Fuller's not playing? I don't know.
You're right. He's kind of the main target.
Tennessee secondary sucks, so they're not good. Yeah, Mike Evans at 4 against the Packers.
Who do you think is going to win that game? The Broncos suck. I mean, the Buccaneers suck, rather. It's like Buccaneers suck, and Green Bay is looking terrible.
It's a road game for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, it could be a Green Bay win.
So I think Green Bay can win.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, the Buccaneers play in like warm weather and shit, and they're gonna travel to the Packers who play in snow.
Winston coming back from an injury on an away game might not help.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you're making bets out there,
probably would have been easier to have him come back at like a home game for a win for the Broncos, but
it's kind of weird to have Julio Jones
rather.
at 6, but the Vikings defense is really good against receivers. They got Xavier Rhodes, Hunter, some white guy, I forget his name.
Yeah, they're great. They're a great defense each year in year out. Like it's kind of been their scheme for.
Their defense is all young.
So that's been their scheme though for years.
Every one of their defense is like Vikings. 26, 27. Like Everson Griffin. I don't want to get too much into defense. Nobody's playing defense. Well, you know what I mean. Like IDP. We're not doing IDP leagues and shit. Adam Thielen at 7 against the Falcons in that same game. Adam Thielen, like a top 5 receiver though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Some fucking idiot dropped him, by the way.
In one of the leagues.
Oh God, Turley. Yeah. These are our receivers on this one team. Julio Jones traded for Mike Evans because we had Carlos Hyde on the bench, and then Adam Thielen got dropped. Those are our 3 receivers. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So I mean, it is a competitive league, but some people in it are just doing some questionable shit.
You always get somebody who's an idiot.
Michael Thomas at number 8 versus the Panthers. The Panthers secondary is not that great. And I feel like I say this every week, but Michael Thomas is like due for a big game. But
he is.
He's had a weird season.
I mean, it's a weird team to play for. To tell you the truth, with
yeah,
they like to round the ball out.
They got 2 running backs they're using.
And they got a lot
more than anybody else.
It's like, they're winning and they're doing things right, but they're not like, a fantasy focused team like other ones.
This is one that like I'm a little kind of worried about is Devontae Adams against the Buccaneers. I just don't fully trust Hundley.
But Hundley, for the past 3 weeks, has actually, I guess it's 2 or 3. It might be 2 or 3. It might be 2.
3, I think.
Past 3 weeks, his main receiver has been, like, obviously Adams.
I know Devontae Adams has been a top 10 wide receiver the past, like, ever since Hundley took over. But
and I don't think that's really going to change. So
I don't know. I'm still worried about playing him. I'm playing him this week over Demaryius Thomas, and I'm just kind of worried about it.
I'm playing him too. Maybe I'm high on him, but I definitely think seems to be the main guy that he throws to. And it's funny how there's good receivers elsewhere in the Packers, and it seems to be Hundley's guy.
It's pretty crazy how Jordy Nelson went from being a top 5 wide receiver to not even on my list of top.
Well, that's what I mean. I think he just has this connection with he knows he has a connection with Adams, and he just trusts it, which is what you probably just go to when you're on like a shitty, failing team like this. Just kind of let that happen. I don't think anyone cares.
You know what's a little like that Nick Foles, Riley Cooper situation?
Yeah, I remember that. That was maybe 2 years
ago. It's funny that Michael Vick came in and threw to all the black guys.
It was like throwing to Deshaun.
Yeah.
Yep.
And at number 10...
Is Riley Cooper... Hold on, before that. Is Riley Cooper still in the league?
You gotta look that up. I
don't think he is, because he was kind of like a lower-end receiver. But go on with your list here.
I'm trying to think if Riley Cooper's
on anywhere.
Eagles. I don't think he's on even.
I don't think he's on the Eagles.
I don't think he's on the Eagles.
He might be just kind of...
Did he call everybody a nigger on the team, and then they,
No, he got... No. He actually had it happen in the offseason. He was at a concert and he said it.
Music concert.
And someone was recording it, and then it got around to him and all that stuff. But he's actually currently a free agent, and he hasn't played since 2014 season with the Eagles.
See, this is something you don't get from most podcasts. This is the Riley Cooper career update.
Yeah, it was backstage at a Kenny Chesney concert. And he said, I will jump that fence and fight every nigger here, in reference to the security guards that were denying his entry. He apologized, and he was fined an undisclosed amount by the Eagles. That probably just means $20, because the Eagles don't really care about racial stuff. I mean,
you heard it here first. This happened 8 years ago.
It's Philadelphia. It's the city where they have a big, gigantic statue of Rocky Balboa, a fictional character. Yet Joe Frazier, one of the best black boxers of all time, doesn't have a statue in his home city of Philadelphia.
He is though. Him and Muhammad Ali were the biggest draw.
But Rocky's a bigger deal in Philly, right?
He's got more movies.
All right, let's go to tight ends. Tight ends. Gronkowski, number 1, obviously, right? You got him number 1.
I mean, you could flip it with Kelsey if you wanted to.
Yeah, there's a couple good. There's a couple players this whole year. It's funny. I like all these on this list. I like them all. I don't
know. There's some sketchy ones. We'll get to them, but Kelsey at number 2 versus the Jets.
I put Rudolph higher. I see you got him on our top 10 here, but I think I'd put him higher.
Well, why don't we get to that point?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
All right. Where was I?
Gronk 1.
Kelsey 2. Jared Cook. I mean, the Giants are terrible against tight ends, and Cooper and Crabtree aren't playing. So, I mean, who else are you gonna fucking throw to? Sam Roberts?
Patterson, hopefully, right? Cordell Patterson.
I don't know. You can keep banging that drum. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Someone's gotta get the ball. You're probably right.
Yeah, Jared Cook. That's why he's 3. And then Hunter Henry versus the Browns. The Browns are... If the Giants are the worst team against tight ends, the Browns are the second worst.
You think the Browns are gonna get a win this year or go completely defeated?
I don't know. How does that coach still have a job? He's like 1-30.
Yeah, he had a really bad year.
He's like 1-30. If he wins, if he
do you
goes
think it's really his fault?
Year,
is it his fault, or does just the team just suck?
Well, they don't think it's his fault.
I know, it seems
still
like
a job. That's
kind of what I'm saying.
Conceding that they're terrible.
So here's the rest of the Browns schedule, just to get into that.
Okay.
So they got the Chargers today. Obviously, we're talking about that.
Probably a loss.
It's a loss.
You never know. The Chargers are so fucking weird.
Chargers at home also, by the way. So that'll help the Chargers a good bit. Then next week it's at home for the Browns, but it's versus the Packers, and the Packers are. This might be the win. It could be the win versus Hundley. Because Hundley's bad. Maybe they get a bad game with Hundley.
Week 14?
That is week 14, yes.
So they're just missing Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Just missing it. But they still, either way, I bet you Hundley's thinking, I bet you all their organization is pretty confident that they can beat
the Browns. Hundley might, figure out the, offense by then and not be terrible.
Might.
He looked
exactly. It'll be his last week, so he's going to want to, do something with his last week.
And the Packers, every time they get, a Matt Flynn for, a week or something, they'll trade him for something.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
They're smart. They're the opposite.
That's what he wants.
They're the opposite of the Giants.
It's like a resume thing for him. This is a big game, him against the Browns. And then after that, it's the Ravens.
Well, that's a loss.
I think it's the Ravens that can beat him.
Even though Flacco sucks.
Even though Flacco sucks, he still can beat him.
And by the way, Joe Flacco statistically is having the worst season of any quarterback in history. And he's the second highest paid one.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then after that, it's the Bears. Who I think
could go either way.
I go either way, but I do think the Bears are a better team.
Maybe Trubisky starts to figure it out too by the end of the year.
And then after that, it's Steelers.
Pussy,
that's a definite loss. So this is a hard 5 games for the Browns to win a game. But it could be 2 games with the Packers and the Bears.
I'll tell you this much: I'll be betting on every one of those games just in case they do hit.
They could
put $1 down. You make 10.
Yeah, you might as well because there's only 5 games.
You'll bet on the Browns tonight.
Yeah, bet on the Browns, guys. Guys, call your bookie up. He's probably this big wop bastard. Call him up and put a put 100 down. Put a dime piece down, right? So going back then to Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry versus the Browns at 4. Then Evan Ingram versus the Raiders at 5. I mean, I know Geno Smith is garbage, but what do shitty quarterbacks do?
Well,
they lean on the tight
end. Is Shilling Shepard even playing this week?
Yeah, he is. But
so he does still a wide receiver, but you're probably going to go to you're going to lean on your tight ends there.
Shepard will probably have an okay game. I don't know. This migraine shit really fucked my season over. Zach Ertz at 6 versus Seattle. I guess you could have Ertz higher, but I just think the matchup for the other 2 in front of him are so much easier.
Right. I agree. This could be also a big loss for Eagles this week. Kind of a big, what is it? Coming down from.
They're too close to the sun.
Yeah, they're too close to the sun. Right, exactly. Yeah. That's a good way to say it. Right. Thank you. That was a good way to say it.
Delaney Walker at 7 versus the Texans. I mean, the Texans their defense is so banged up. They're missing so many people. Jack Doyle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you actually have
Jack Doyle at 8 versus the Jaguars.
So this is where I feel like your next one is 9 is Rudolph. I feel like you move him up above.
Well, no, you don't know about Jack Doyle's been getting 15 targets every week, and he's been good.
I guess
Jack Doyle's been really good since Brissett took over.
Brisket has a connection with Doyle, I guess.
Yeah, Jacoby Briskett's doing work with him.
He was a former Cowboy?
No, he's a Patriot.
Patriot, that's right. It's funny, the Patriots always have all these trades.
You know what's funny is they put Brissett in when Brady was out for suspension and won a game.
Yeah, I bet you the organization's probably just laughing because they keep thinking like everyone thinks because we have Brady that we have other good quarterbacks. They probably just laugh. That's really all that's happening. That's all that's happening.
They got a second and a fourth or something for Garoppolo.
Yeah, and honestly, it's really just it's like exactly what I'm saying. It's that all these teams are just assuming that because Brady worked that the other ones do, but you don't fucking know.
And then Rudolph at 9. You can argue that all you want. And then Charles Clay at 10 versus the Patriots.
All right, nice.
We didn't really get many Twitter questions, if any, at all, really.
Yeah, well, next week I guess we'll go through Twitter questions.
People send us in more Twitter questions. We can't have the segment if you don't fucking ask the questions.
Yeah.
Give the Twitter handle real quick. I forgot what it was.
We are actually on YouTube. We're Ganja Gamers, just Ganja Gamers,
yeah,
and then
Twitter will get the questions.
Twitter, we're the Ganja Gamers, so we're at the Ganja Gamers. You can just type that shit in. At
Ganja with a J.
At the Ganja Gamers. Yeah, Ganja is spelled with a J.
Okay, I keep putting a J in.
That's Ganga. Ganga, actually, more. Ganga is there's a sushi place I go to called Ganga. You guys should get some good sushi out there and enjoy this week 13 of.
Yeah, that's a good game day food. Sushi.
Sushi.
You're a pussy. Eat some chicken wings.
You don't think there's some Japanese people right now enjoying the game with some sushi?
They don't like football. They like basketball.
Or like air hockey, probably.
Yeah, or ping pong.
Or some kind of e-sport.
They're watching like ping pong.
They're watching League of Legends. Alright, so see you guys later.
No, Dota.